What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike, and this video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event.
Buckle up, y'all. Trinity League football is about to get underway this Friday, and it's going to be an incredible season because, well, it's one of the best leagues in the country.
If you're a fan of high school football, literally every single team in the Trinity League is ranked in the top 10 of the CIF Southern Section's Division 1. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's basically like the second round of the playoffs in any given year is what you can expect to see for the entire league schedule, which is just nuts.
Bosco starts its league schedule against Orange Lutheran at OCC, Orange Coast College, on Friday. This is going to be a fun game. Olu likes to sling the pill, and Bosco's got a really good defense.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Obviously, a lot of the questions we've been getting on social media at PT Gazette Sports Twitter and on our Long Beach Gazettes and Press Telegram Facebook page have been regarding Bosco's quarterback situation. And my response to all of that has kind of been like, they might be the best defense in the country. Why are you so concerned about the quarterback situation? The real question is going to be, can Ryan Holinsky and the rest of that Lancers offense even move the ball?
Orange Lou 5-0. They're number 8 in California according to Max Preps. And yes, Mike, junior quarterback Ryan Holinsky averaging over 350 yards passing per game with 16 touchdowns and just 1 interception. 6 of his receivers have double-digit receptions. They get the ball out of his hands quickly. They run a lot of screens. They've got some really good wide receivers over there. So that defense will be challenged.
It will be, but to me, that's certainly Bosco's strength. And I think with the exception of Modern Day, I think just right off the bat, you like the way they match up with any of these Trinity League defenses. They are both bigger and faster than most of the offenses they're going to play. And if you're Bosco coach Jason Negro, the quarterback situation certainly is not as stressful because you know we're probably not going to give up more than 21 points in these games.
Let's touch on that. Real Mitchell, the returning senior starter, led Bosco to a CIF Southern Section and a state championship last year, but he has struggled this season, especially throwing the ball deep down the field. Now, sophomore DJ Unguialele comes into the game against St. John's in Washington, D.C. 2 weekends ago and leads a Bosco comeback. Speaking of slinging the pill, this kid can throw the ball, and he looked so good. Now, everybody immediately says, well, obviously the offense looked better with DJ at quarterback instead of Real, right? Well, the offense was also very different. You're not going to call those plays for Real, and DJ gets brought into a game where that's all they were going to do. All they were going to do was throw the ball because they were down 14 points. Both of them have very similar completion percentages. Real Mitchell, 65%, DJ, 66%.
It's but yards per completion, that's definitely different there, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because it is different play calling, right? You look at that game in DC. Those first 5 throws for Real were all behind the line of scrimmage. Not exactly what DJ was coming in and doing.
Right, for sure. His skill set's a little bit different. DJ's also not going to carve you up as a runner in the same way that Real is, but he does have an advantage in terms of his feet in that the kid is a tank. I mean, it's just not easy to bring him down. He kind of has that Big Ben type of build to where you sometimes just see people get to him and then just kind of bounce off.
6'4", 240, sophomore, Mike. Sophomore. Now, I was at practice on Tuesday. Both were taking snaps with the first team. They were kind of rotating through, each of them getting about 3 plays. I can imagine a situation on Friday night against Orange Lutheran where both of these guys play a lot. You could definitely see a rotation of quarterbacks, which I think would be very interesting. I don't think that's going to be put to the test until next week when they play the team in red.
It's really a shame for them that they don't have Modern Day at the end of the league schedule, so they have 4 or 5 weeks to work this out ahead of time. But I think something you and I have both said, particularly with the defense as good as theirs, is, well, hey, look, man, this is a champagne problem. You know, it's okay to have a kid who is as fast and talented as Real is, who led you to a state championship last year, and then arguably the top quarterback in the sophomore class. Most teams would be okay with having to make that call when you're going into your league schedule.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the day when they open up the package where both of them are on the field at the same time. I really want to see that.
And JJ wants the Antoine Randall package.
I'm just saying, you put that on film once during this schedule, every team you play in the playoffs has to scheme for that. Whether or not you run it, you just got to show it. So it's going to be very interesting to see if the defense can show that they can run with a team that's going to pass the ball as much as Olu, because they haven't played a team that does that yet.
So we've all seen Bosco a couple of different times on TV and in person, but we also have a writer who has seen Orange Lutheran in person when they went and beat up La Mirada pretty good. Bringing in Matt Simon. Matt, having seen both teams, what are kind of your thoughts on this game? Do you think we're right in thinking this is not necessarily exactly even, but a pretty even matchup?
Nah, Bosco wins big.
They don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. If you want to follow Bosco all week long and on Friday night, you got to follow us on Twitter, PT Gazette Sports.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including Papalucci's, a great place to eat on 2nd Street or to celebrate after a big win over Orange Lutheran, if Matt Simon is correct. To find out what happens with the Braves, be sure and follow us on Twitter and then come back that night for the video and article.